I'm Sean White, and today we're meditating on Steak-Umms. It's been a while since I've done a nostalgia versus reality video, and figured let's get back out and do another one of these, because I love doing these videos because I get to look at foods that I really enjoyed when I was younger and seeing if they hold up as an adult. So we did blueberry last time around. Today we're going to do Steak-Umms. So let's get started. So you might be going, why haven't you eaten Steak-Umms in 30 years, Sean? I think we all kind of realize that Steak-Umms aren't necessarily like a health food or the best food option that we can eat. You can look at a couple of things on the packaging, like it says it's 100% beef. And that's true. The only ingredient in it is beef. There's no sort of like weird fillers and byproducts and stuff like that. However, most likely we're not talking about the the best cuts of beef. And beef could be steer, bull, oxen, cows. Most likely we're looking at more of like the scrap meats, kind of like what they do when they make sausages. Now, they're only 100 calories per steak, but 80 calories of that 100 are all from fat, right? So there's fats and a lot of saturated fats as well. Now, we've mentioned this before in our Nutrition 101 series. There's 9 calories per gram of fat. So if there's 80 calories, that means that there's 9 grams of fat inside each steak, and each steak is about 32 grams. So, it's a little bit more than 25%, if I'm doing my math right, comes down to just being from fat and saturated fats. There's also not really much in the way of nutritional values in regards to vitamins and minerals and stuff like that. But let's be honest, this is not why we eat Steak-Umms, right? We eat Steak-Umms because they're fun. They're easy to make, they're delicious tasting, or at least that's what I remember. I haven't had one in a really long time. So grill's already heated up. So let's get started cooking up some Steak-Umms. These are defrosted slightly. So as a kid, I would normally cook these in a frying pan on the stovetop. I am doing them out on the grill today because these get very messy and they splatter grease all over, and I don't really feel like cleaning up my kitchen. So we're just going to toss these suckers on here, and you can see right off the bat all the grease and oil that is coming up, and that is deliciousness right there. That is flavor, right? That is a well-known thing. So needless to say, these should be quite flavorful in that regard. They're cooking up exactly kind of how I remember them. Oh my God! Look at all that grease. I didn't even put any oil down on the griddle. You don't have to. So here's what we're going to do. Just going to let those go for a little bit. I'm going to crank up my heat a little bit more, get this hotter. Now what I'm going to do is I throw down a little red onion, because I love onion with my cheesesteaks, right? So I can do that. Oops, there's another piece of Steak-Umm there. Boom. Now we're just going to take this, we're going to flip it and put it right on top of the onion, so this way the onions will steam underneath there. All right, let's just close this up for a second, let everything heat up. So while those are cooking up, I will say this. As a kid, I used to eat my Steak-Umms on Wonder Bread, on white bread, because that's the only bread that we ever had in the house. And it's the terrible like worst vessel for doing it, because it comes out, there's so much grease from the fat in Steak-Umms that it would just absorb into the Wonder Bread slices, and it would just turn it into a soggy mess. So I'm mixing it up. Instead of going how I would have made them when I was a teenager, I am going to use more of like a Portuguese roll. And I'm also, because I'm a little fancier now, I'm going to throw some red onions in there, and I'm going to throw in some good Cooper American cheese out of Philadelphia. So those are going to be the modifications that I'm going to make on my final sandwich. All right, I'm going to take my bread and put it up top there, toast that up a little bit. And we're going to take some of our Cooper here. Toss that right on top. Close that up. Pick it up. All right, there we go. We're getting some good melty cheese action. I'm very excited about this. Probably more excited than I should be. All right. That's got a little bit of a toast going on, and I don't want it too much there. Whew. Let's see how we're going to do this. Steam that up a little bit. Oh, that's a lot of grease. There we go. We got our little Steak-Umm cheese action going on. So I got to say, I'm chowing down into this thing. And it's exactly what I expected it to be. This time, you know, the nostalgia holds up. It tastes exactly how I'm expecting it to taste. Yeah. So I'm kind of remembering like I did as a kid. Also, like if you go to a fair or like a street fair and you can get those cheesesteaks, kind of the same thing. Am I going to eat these all the time? Absolutely not. It's a lot of fat in these things. Not a whole hell of a lot of nutritional value, but once in a while, sure, why not? You know, sometimes we have to just eat for fun instead of eating for health and growth, right? So yeah, so I'm gonna get around to finishing this while it's still hot. And if you like this video, then click the like button and share it with your friends. If you want to hear more of what I got to say, then subscribe, turn on notifications, and find out when new videos are coming out. And leave me some comments down below. Do you like Steak-Umm? Do you like cheesesteaks? Would you like to hear how I would do this slightly healthier? Let me know. So until we speak again, be well, be safe, and be kind to everybody.